question for the lady is, what are your thoughts about age gap? Is it okay for a 50-year-old man to date a 20-year-old chick? If not, explain why. Raise your hands if you guys think it's okay for a 50-year-old guy to date a 20-year-old girl. Oh, they all think it's okay. Well, who doesn't think it's okay? Why do you think it's not okay? Why do you think it's not okay?
Keep it down.
Why do you think it's not okay?
I just think that's weird.
Okay.
Because at one point, like, that was a grown-ass adult, and that girl was a literal baby. Like, I find that age gap way too, like...
Okay, what about you?
I just feel like the emotional immaturity of, like, the 20-year-old in comparison to the 50-year-old. Like, they're not on the same level intellect-wise and, like, life experience.
Do you think men care about a woman's intellect?
I mean, it's not about what they care about. You asked if it's a crazy age gap, so, I mean...
Okay.
I think it's very crazy, and I don't...
All right, who else disagreed with it, the age gap? Okay, why do you think it's bad?
I mean, I think there's a reason, like, a 50-year-old man is seeking out a 20-year-old woman. But,
Why would you say?
I think that there's, like, a difference in, like, the life experience and, like, wisdom you have between 50 and 20, and I think that maybe the 50-year-old isn't, like, fully coming to terms with what they're experiencing and has the emotional maturity, so is looking for somebody that can match that level, which is a 20-year-old, in my own opinion. But
I don't really... Are you saying that, like, when men search in relationships, they're looking for someone that's compatible from an intellectual standpoint?
I mean, I would hope so, yeah.
But do they?
I'm not a man, so I don't know, but... I, like, personally, like, I would want somebody who, like, understands, like, the things that I'm going through.
But you're a woman, right?
Yes.
Okay. So intellect and competence is important to you, right?
Mm-hmm. Right, but when I'm 50, I'm not going to go look for a 20-year-old.
Yeah, but you're a woman.
Okay.
He's trying to say that as a man.
Yeah, men have different
things we look
expectations of females than females have of men.
All right. Well, that's sad for men, I guess. I don't know.
Sad.
You're missing out on, like...
I just feel like
the same level of intellect. I don't know. Like, if you're looking for a 20-year-old.
All right, would you want a guy that, like, you know, gets his nails done and, you know, dresses really well and he's extremely metrosexual and takes great care into how he looks and he takes longer to get dressed than you? Would you care? Would that bother you?
No, I don't think it's metrosexual to be hygienic.
No. I'm talking like he takes longer than you to get dressed and he is more concerned with how he looks than you do.
2 hours.
Like,
I mean, that's giving, like, narcissistic. If you're, like,
it's not
caring
right?
that much. Well, even, like, for girls, like, if you're looking in the mirror that long, like, but, it wouldn't bother me, no. Like, I think, to me, that's not something that really affects their masculinity.
Come on, bruv.
All right.
Hot.
Do you think attraction is symmetrical?
like facial symmetry?
No.
Like between men and women?
That men are interested in the same things in women as women are interested in men.
No.
Because you're making an argument as if attraction is symmetrical. Because you're saying, well, you should care about competence and experience and stuff.
I don't know. I mean, I would definitely say that the brain is different between a man and a woman for sure.
Okay, so since the brains are different, do you think attraction is symmetrical between the genders? In other words, does what a man finds attractive in a woman the same as what a woman finds attractive in a man?
Maybe initially, no, but I think that men initially are, I guess, attracted to physical appearance, but I think that's something that does fade over time. So maybe you're, like, enchanted by it, but over time it's not going to be sustainable long term.
I mean, you can make that argument, but the point I'm trying to make is that men and women are not attracted to the same things.
Not initially. But I think if you go through it enough times, you're kind of like, you're going to sit there by the time you're a 50-year-old man and go, damn, I wonder why it's not working out. Maybe I should, like, stop going for, like, the surface level stuff.
Can you imagine, right? Working your whole life, 50 years plus. You save your money up, you're successful. You go to dealership to buy a car, right? Mm-hmm. And you buy an old used car with hella miles. Would you like that?
Vroom, vroom.
Or would you
it's a very financially smart choice.
Or would you prefer a newer car, less miles, and runs great?
And smells better.
Fresh off the showroom.
I don't know, because new cars are actually not a great financial decision since they lose
Bro,
30% of their value the second you drive it off the lot.
Not trying to be funny.
No, I'm being serious. I literally just bought a used car. If you get a great engine with miles,
money, you are successful. It doesn't matter. You can buy whatever you want to buy. Why would you buy an old used car? The point is, you buy a new car if you had the money, right? Let's be real here. So us as men, not saying your car, we prefer a newer model car with less miles and less baggage.
But why are you single at 50? Like, I guess I'm just not understanding.
Could be a divorce, could be I just want to be single. But at the same time, we don't want to go backwards and get a high mileage car, is what I'm trying to say.
Being single is not a parameter of failure for men. It's a parameter of failure for women.
Yep.
The parameter of success for men is, are you able to attract women, and do you have status? We don't play the same game. Okay, let's start this at foundation. Men and women are different. Agree?
Yes.
Okay. Since we're different, we're attracted to different things. Agree?
Yes.
Okay. Since we're attracted to different things, would it be fair to say that we're attracted to the opposite? You want a masculine man, he wants a feminine woman. Agree?
Yes.
Okay. So wouldn't it make sense that what we find attractive, what we want in a woman, is significantly different than what a woman wants in a man? Agree?
Yeah.
Okay. So a man is the one that gives out the relationship. The woman is trying to get a relationship. The man wants sex, and the woman gives out sex. So women want to walk down an aisle in a white dress and get married. Men want to get laid. So it's a battle to, kind of get what you want from the opposite gender without necessarily having to give up what you give. How many of you girls have a guy in the friend zone right now that hangs out with you, takes you on dinner dates, maybe gives you attention, whatever, but you don't fuck him? You're getting what you want, but he's not getting what he wants. Same thing with us. How many girls do we have where we might have sex with them, but we never marry them?
Yep.
It's the same thing. Just like you guys put a guy in the friend zone, we put girls in the sex zone. So saying single at 50 years old, that's not the same barometer of failure as it is for a woman being single at 50 years old. If you're single at 50 years old as a woman, you fucked up. If you're single at 50 years old as a man, you're probably doing something correct. And you probably have money, you probably have status, and you can pick which girl you want. It's your job to get in a relationship and married. It's our job to fuck.
I don't know. It just sounds like you would pick a 20-year-old because it's easy and you don't want to put in the work.
No, because a woman at 20 years old is at her peak.
I think that there's value in a woman, whether she's single, in a relationship. Like, I feel like this is
Okay, let's go
like
off biology. Let's go off biology.
I feel like
Men want women that are young, fertile, and attractive and can bear children. 50-year-old women can't supply that.
Yeah.
okay.
So men want younger, more attractive women. This is the way it's been since forever.
Yeah, but this isn't like a million years ago. Like, you
Yeah,
have to
but we're
think
still
about like
hardwired.
the
We're still
sociology
hardwired.
behind it.
Yes, but we're still hardwired by traits that have been around for millennia. You still want a guy that makes more money than you and is stronger and tall, right?
I don't think money.
on.
Maybe I'm not the
Answer
person
the
to talk
question.
to about this.
You want a guy that's taller
Because
than you, correct?
I don't have like the answers you're
Answer the
gonna
Okay.
want.
question.
Do you want a guy that's taller than you?
Yeah, taller is fine.
Do you want a guy that's stronger than you physically, can protect you?
Sure.
Okay. Why do you want these things even though we live in a very safe and civilized world where you don't necessarily need these things? Why do you still yearn for in a man?
Ooh.
Well, no, I'm saying I agree with you with that.
Okay, so hold on,
100%.
stop right there.
But my thing
Hold on,
is,
stop. I need you to think for 2 seconds. You don't need a tall man that's stronger than you, but you still want it, right? So you're saying, well, why do you want a young, attractive girl? We're hardwired to want that, just like you're hardwired to want a strong, tall man. Today's sponsor is Be Naked. After 30, your testosterone drops by 2% every year. Yeah, that's right. While you're out here scrolling TikTok, your masculinity is packing his bags. But you don't have to be that guy. Step up with Naked Organs. This ain't no soy boy supplement. This is straight up 100% bison organs, liver, kidney, heart. The stuff men have been using for centuries to stay sharp, strong, and keep their testosterone sky high. Forget your vegan pea protein, quinoa, or whatever weak sauce they're pushing. This is Primal Power, packed with B12, iron, and zinc. Real nutrients that your body needs to stay jacked and ready to dominate. Go to BeNaked.com, use code FRESH, and get 15% off. Keep your masculinity in check, guys. Code word FRESH. BeNaked.com, use code FRESH for 15% off.
Support them, support us.
okay, but a strong, tall man could be like the same age as me. Like, why would I go for somebody 30 years younger than me?
That's just two components. There's many other things,
But-
but I'm just giving you an example that, like, what you're attracted to and what you're aroused by, it's ingrained in you. It's not like what society tells you most of the time.
But I think that when you're sitting here saying like you want somebody feminine or somebody masculine, I think that those are things that society is telling you. Like, you guys keep going back to money, but that's a very like societally based value system.
No, it's not. It's biology. Women look for men that have excess resources.
How is there money in biology? It's in my DNA.
Yes, because money equates to resources, which means you can raise a family and take care of a family.
Provider.
Maybe
You're a
like in
provider.
the U.S., but look at other countries that have a
Same-
It's
different
even more
economic
pronounced in
system.
other countries. It's even more pronounced.
When you're poor, what can you resort to? Only what biology from the past. When you're
Matter of
poor.
fact, when you go to other countries, the gender norms are even more pronounced. Because when you live in a poor society, the genders go back to what they naturally are. The men work typically, and the women are staying at home. You go to any poorer country, they adhere more to traditional values than in the United States. It's only here in the West where women work and think that they could do everything a man can do. But the reality is, it doesn't work that
And
way.
it's for survival.
No, I'm not saying a woman can do everything a man can do, but I also don't think a man can do everything a woman can do. I just think that there's a difference in the values
Like
that each other look
Here's
for.
the end of it, right?
Like
we just
birth?
don't want all used up. Okay, we don't want all used up.
Can I? Say
But you could be
something?
50-year-old woman who's not a used up hoe. Like, what if it's the same situation where she's single because she was married and her husband died?
They just
Let's
don't
be
prefer
real
that.
here.
Yeah, like, look, you're operating on ideals, right, versus what's real.
Yeah, but when I asked you why a 50-year-old would be single as a man, you said, oh, like his wife would have died. So why could it not be the same for the woman?
Because a man that's 50 years old is not the
Different.
same as a woman that's 50 years old at all.
Yeah, it's not.
Doesn't even come close. A man that's 50 years old, more than likely, if he does the work, is going to be more attractive than a woman that's 50 years
In the
old.
clubs, yachts.
I don't know. My mom
Well,
is hot as fuck, and she's like
VIP.
53.
I've
so-
never seen grannies on fucking yachts.
It's called Forever 21, not Forever 51. Like, come on, man. Like, ladies, let's be honest here. There's a reason why women are terrified of turning 30. Like, you guys understand that your youthfulness is a big part of your ability to be attractive to the opposite gender and get the
And
best guy that
body
you can.
counts.
Like,
what-
a 50-year-old woman is not the same as a 50-year-old man at all. That's egalitarian, blank slate equalism that doesn't work in the real world. Like, that does, it sounds good. You're probably going to vote Kamala now that I can tell.
Kamala.
But like, this is not how the real world works. Men want, since the beginning of time, young, attractive, fertile women. That's how it is. And women want men that have status, tall, and strong.
And that was
This is biology. This isn't what I think or what I feel. This is what women look for versus what men look for. And to not acknowledge biological realities between the two genders is just ridiculous.
and to that point, look at the advent of sugar daddies. It's for a reason.
Yep.
Older, successful guys, mature.
Yeah, but they're usually used more as like pay pigs than anything else.
What? These what?
Pay pigs.
Like they just send you money. You don't have to like do anything apart from talk to them for it.
Well,
Yo, Myron.
all right. I'm gonna leave that there. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think this whole concept of like where women think that like men and women are the same and like a 50-year-old woman is the same as a 50-year-old man doesn't even come close.
What do you
Like,
expect a
that's crazy.
50-year-old woman to do then?
She's screwed. She's
She's
cooked.
Well, have you
She's
looked
cooked.
at like
She's cooked.
have you looked at
Yo,
like
listen,
medicine and how
man.
far it's come? Like guys get like erectile dysfunction and they make pills for that. Like they can have an ED at 50 and
Okay.
then the
Botox.
woman can go
Okay.
get vaginal
But look,
rejuvenation
look,
at
every day,
50.
bro.
Look, a man's sexuality is not his primary agency.
But that's
A
what you
woman's
just told
sexuality,
me.
okay, because
You just said a man's job biologically is to basically like look for a young woman that he can pump.
But I'm not gonna
I didn't
lie.
say that.
Seeing it from a man perspective, because my dad told me.
Okay, Freddie.
So, okay, yes, for tonight. But he told me because I disagreed with I agreed that it's okay. Because a lot of men that are older, they look for younger women because older women already went through life, already went through all of that.
Menopause.
So sometimes it's like they're already over it. They're not as emotional
Have you ever had a
physically.
dream?
think before you speak, please.
Okay, we got it.
think before you speak.
And I did. I was getting to it.
That will start out?
Yes, I was starting. I was getting into it.
do
But
so.
you guys didn't want to let me cook, so I'll let you guys have the
I
rest.
just wanted to kind of add something.
Okay, I'll take your side, but I disagree now.
Go in the kitchen.
Fantastic.
Go in the
All right.
kitchen.
All right, cool.
Oh, so now you disagree?
Yeah, no, I disagree.
Emotions?
All right.
Oh,
Feelings.
God, that's
Anyway.
crazy,
All right.
man.
Can
Look,
I add something?
Back to the kitchen.
It's very simple because you mentioned, oh well, at 50 years old as a dude, your dick might not work. Well, let's assume it doesn't work. It doesn't matter because men add value in other ways. Because men aren't looked at solely for their sexuality; they're looked at for their status, provisioning, protection, etc. You're looked at for your sexuality. So if a girl has menopause, that's a big problem at 50 years old versus a guy that has erectile dysfunction.
No kids.
Because men have to bring way more value to a relationship than just sexuality. Women typically just bring sexuality.
Yeah.
You must have some really sad relationships then.
I
It's
mean,
always the end result.
Wait.
Attacking somebody personally became an argument.
Yo, first man. I asked the girls, right, to dress up for Halloween, right? I didn't say dress sexy anyway. Look how they showed up tonight. barely any clothes. So you know, women.
I feel quite covered.
I'm pretty covered up.
Nah, you girls are fucking like barely anything, bro. Come on, man.
I think it's time we should do the costume show.
So shout out to the title. Why do women dress like 3 or 4's Halloween?
Oh my god.
If we're not even going to acknowledge the basic reality that a woman's sexuality is her predominant agency, we can't have an intellectual conversation because we're not even on the same wavelength. Like if you're not willing to concede on that basic fact, then we can't even have a discussion because you're not living in reality.